Guys, welcome to another ramble. And let me adjust my chair really quickly. Uh-oh. Maybe I should have done that before I started the recording. um Today's video is going to touch on stories and ingredients. I know those are really weird. Do they how do those two words connect? I don't know. Let's get into it. But before I start, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a fabulous day, and I hope you are taking time to be with yourself because you are the most important investment. Um, Also, before I start this video, um, this is super random, but if somebody were to ask me what I thought my purpose in life was, I know when I was younger I had no freaking idea. But I think clearly, clearly the answer for me now, currently, is ascension. Yes, my purpose in life is ascension. um, but let's get into stories. Stories and ingredients. Man, if you look at the world that we live in, you know, there's over 8 billion people on the planet, and everybody has their own story, you know, based on their belief systems, their mental constructs, their expectations, and their desires, I suppose. You know, they all have their stories, and they're all weaving their own individual story. And it's very apparent when you interact with them and you see what they focus on in life. You know, everybody has their own story. And I've always been a fan of stories. I love stories since I was a child, like just fables and fairy tales, and just like reading about other people's perceptions on life and what works for them, what doesn't work for them, how they navigate through it. This has been a really interesting, I guess, very interesting topic that I like to explore or understand. Um, with that being said, everybody is or can be, I want to say, an ingredient, you know, and based on their perceptions and their beliefs, how balanced, unbalanced, healthy, unhealthy, aware, unaware, um, their desires, their beliefs, their goals, their expectations, their needs, all of this, you know, it creates a personal ingredient. Each person is in an ingredient. You know, knowing this, it's just like if you want to bake a cake, you will need certain ingredients, and there's other ingredients that probably would not work well in your recipe, and so you probably wouldn't use them, you know. So what I'm getting at is a really ridiculous analogy about if you were to look at your life and what you want to create or bake. Some people just don't have the ingredients that are called for to make your cake, you know. And it's not personal, and it's not good, and it's not bad. It's just an ingredient that's not called for. But we have a tendency to take things so personally. You know, like say you want to bake a cake and then you thought that a particular person was a ingredient that was needed to create this cake or your life. Your cake called life. This is how my mind works. It's kind of ridiculous, honestly. Like, I have a really serious side and I have a really ridiculously not serious side. That's almost childlike, if I were to be completely honest. And I've also told people the secret to looking young is childlike glee. So yeah, taking life too seriously all the time is not the answer, guys. In fact, it causes a lot of stress. unnecessary stress that you really don't need. Anyways, yeah. If you're trying to bake a cake called Your Life, some people just don't have the ingredients that are needed or necessary, and you're gonna just have to like put those ingredients to the side and find other ingredients that will help you make that cake called Your Life. You know, what do you want this cake to look like? How do you want this cake to taste? You know, consider these things. Like I said, it's not personal. You know, you're obviously, I want my cake to be sweet and yummy and not give me a bellyache. You know, so I'm probably going to invest in people who are comprised of those ingredients. You know, maybe some happiness and some peace and some balance and some regulated nervous systems, the ability to I don't know, have like be self-aware and have like meaningful and mature conversations. I want those ingredients in my cake. Fun, a pinch of fun, a pinch of, I want to say a pinch of emotional and intellectual and spiritual intelligence, and you know, lots of laughter. I want those ingredients in my cake. And if people around me don't have those ingredients, then I can't utilize that, you know, and say vice versa. You know, like if somebody is like choosing to live in a toxic way, then I probably will not fit in their ingredient list. Hey guys, I don't know if this video made sense. Honestly, it sounds pretty stupid now that I'm like thinking about it, but hey, if you learned something cool, and if you didn't, that's cool too. You know, food for thought. Always. Anyways, thanks for stopping by and listening to my nonsensical ramblings. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're having a fabulous day. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Blessings to one and all. Amen.